What's going on, guys? It's your boy Nano Garage. Right over here we got what would be the GT350's competitor, the Camaro ZL1. Today's video I'm going to be answering would I rather have that GT350 or this ZL1 right over here, the pros and cons, what area I think the cars perform better in, and how the driving experiences differentiate between the two. This right over here is shock yellow. Camera does not do it justice. You got to see it in person. I was telling the owner I wasn't a huge fan of how these look until seeing his. Yeah, it has the black hood, as you can see, with the shock yellow 1 on there. And man, this thing just looks so aggressive. Absolutely love the way these cars look. And it has the LT4 engine, 650 horsepower to the crank, so it's definitely no slouch. And it's also 650 pound-feet of torque. So in the numbers department, this is definitely beating the Shelby. The Shelby has 526 horsepower, so this thing has 125 more, but this thing also weighs a little bit more. We did do a little race earlier on, and towards top end he starts to pull on me a little bit just because the supercharger, and it just keeps on pulling towards top end. So it does get the Shelby towards top end, but if my Shelby was still catless, I think it would be a very fair race. So this is a 10-speed auto. I've driven a 6-speed manual ZL1 before. It's heavier than the 350, more powerful than the 350 though. The LT4 motor is a supercharged 6.2 liter V8. Shelby is a 5.2 liter naturally aspirated V8. Shelby, the driving experience, it feels like it's really on rails, and it feels like it's a very good handling car. And then when it comes to straight line performance, it's just okay. And there's no low end torque to it. So let's go ahead and get in the ZL1 and see how I end up liking it. I like how the wheel feels though. This is like smaller than the Shelby. Even though the visibility is pretty shitty in here, compared to the Shelby, it does feel more race car, you know? Yeah. It feels like a better or nicer like cockpit to be in, you know? God, this car is so hard to see out of.
It's so hard to steer, bro. It's heavy.
Yeah, it's hella heavy steering. It reminds me of the CTSV. I have a Cadillac CTSV, same engine, all that stuff. And I think a lot of the parts are kind of just shared among the cars, you know? Got in the race mode. Woo! And then we're gonna put it in the manual mode right over here too.
Then you're missing your car that much, but in manual.
Yeah. Are really good in here too.
Brembo brakes, eh?
Yeah, Brembo. Oh, and the pops too. We're gonna flip an illegal U-turn here. Oh my god, that steering is a workout. That's right?
You're just downshift from here and just smack it on your drive.
Okay.
250 and just
the whole squad back there. But yeah, the handling feels amazing in this thing. It feels very tight, the steering. It doesn't feel as like, the car doesn't talk to you as, oh! The car doesn't speak to you as much as a Shelby, I gotta say. Like the Shelby just feels more responsive in terms of like feeling out the tires and where the tires are, you know? But dude, this thing is hella fun. Like, it picks up speed, and you have a custom intake on here, right? You have an intake? Yeah. And it's very controllable. The Shelby, it goes sideways and you kind of freak out, and it's just annoying because it's not that controllable. But this thing, and it moves. So. Yeah, the brakes are great. The pedal stiffness is harder than the Shelby's. But the brakes, it stops on a dime.
Yep.
Yeah, these brakes are fire, dude. The sound in this car is amazing. Absolutely love it, dude. The steering a little too tight for my liking, but obviously you can change it through the settings here. The brakes feel really good. I wish the pedal was less firm, but honestly, but basically, to sum it up, guys, I'm gonna try to sum it up as best as I can for you. The Shelby's driving experience, I guess, as a driver's car, the car speaks to you more in terms of driving feeling. This car, straight line, feels so much better. The power is just the power delivery. The sound, the supercharger whine's amazing. The GT350 has a cool naturally aspirated sound. This car feels way more race car. You feel out the car less, but it just feels like a freaking race car the way you are sitting inside of it. And especially with the cockpit of the car, like, it just feels, the seating position is amazing. It's better than the Shelby, I think. The seating position just feels perfect, and it just feels like something I can really go fast, speed in, have a lot of fun in. But that basically sums it up with the car. Would I get a GT350 or a ZL1? If I want a more driver focused car, I guess I'm getting a GT350. But if I want a car with better numbers that I can make fast in a straight line, I'm definitely picking this car. Handling is pretty damn good. In terms of driving experience, the Shelby might be a little bit better, but the problem with the Shelby, you can't easily add power like you can on the ZL1. The ZL1, you can always do more mods to, always add some power on this platform, and it's really easy and fairly reliable. But big shout out to my homie Joel D. Go follow him on Instagram. I'm throwing it up right up over here. Big shout out to him. Appreciate him. Toss me the keys to it. Car sounds amazing, looks amazing, makes me want to throw a new intake on my CTSV. But yeah, Camaro, Shelby, you really can't pick. It all comes down to personal preference, and I feel like I'm gonna get hate for picking one or the other because these cars are great in their own ways. Like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
You see a car cool, call the cops, boy. AK all day, body start to drop, boy. Bamba jinya beat on, sari diyan street on. They're trying to lock us up, but we ain't gonna stop, boy. They're trying to lock us